Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I am Steve Shaw, editorial director at tigerfitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. Guys, interesting topic today, something you don't hear talked about very often, and that is the difference between scapular retraction and lat contraction when you're rowing or pulling or doing back exercises. Let me repeat that because that sounds a little bit like alphabet soup. The difference between scapular retraction and lat contraction when you're performing back exercises. Now, a lot of well-meaning individuals who want to try to learn how to focus more on their back when they're rowing and doing things like pull downs tend to pull with their hands. When they're doing pull downs, they pull with their hands. When they're doing rows with dumbbells or barbells, they pull with their hands. And you often hear, hey, I'm having a difficult time feeling my back working when I'm pulling. I'm having a difficult time building strength when I'm doing these back exercises. I never experience any back soreness, etc. What can you do, big, hairy, ugly dude? Any advice? Now, a small percentage of these individuals are focusing on scapular retraction. Now, you can feel your scapula. That's those little bony wings in the back, in the middle of your back, and the back of your back sounds a bit redundant. But if you retract your scapula, that's not the same as contracting your lats. The scapula performs a different function in the body. It's not the same as your lats, so you don't want to focus on scapular retraction when you're rowing or performing pull downs. So if you're in the row position and you can't really see my arm extended, don't focus on pulling your scapula back. If you just stand there and try this simple little test with arm's lengths and retract your scapula, now you can't really feel the lats or your back muscles working all too well. Now, if you do the same thing, but you focus on driving your elbow and shoulder backwards, not pulling, but focus on driving your elbow and shoulder backwards, you can really feel the meat of your back, the meat of your lat really contracting. So that is what you want to do when you're rowing. Again, no focus on scapular retraction during pull-down exercises, pull-ups, dumbbell rows, landmine rows, any type of rows you could do. I focus on a complete synergy between driving my shoulder and my elbow back at the same time in a forceful manner. This will give you very explosive strength. It'll give you a strong, an effective, strong, quality contraction. It'll really target the back muscles. So that is what you want to do. A side note, you never want to try to focus on contracting your or pulling together your scapula in the deadlift, either during a rep or before setup. That's a no-no. The scapula during the scapula is a muscle group, or is an area of the body that has an isometric function. When you start out the deadlift, you want it fully extended. You don't want your scapula retracted, because once you start pulling, what's going to happen on the deadlift? It's going to return to that isometric, that static position that it needs to be in to brace your body to do its function. There are some misguided coaches in the industry who don't understand the proper, they think they understand the proper mechanisms, but they haven't done enough research. Anybody that tells you to retract your scapula before you pull on the deadlift, never listen to that advice. Never. That's bad advice, because you don't want your scapula returning to its original function, that isometric function, in the middle of a deadlift rep. That's dangerous. You can pick up tears and strains and all kinds of nasty things. So when you get set up on the deadlift, you want to make sure that your shoulders are as high as possible and that you're not retracting your scapula. You're just having it at that natural isometric brace position before you start to pull. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, there's a Q&A link below. Come on over, post your questions in that Q&A link. I answer every question posted. The best questions I turn into a video for Q&A Saturday, so look for that on every Saturday. And guys, if you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. If you want to connect with a big, hairy, ugly dude on social, there's all kinds of social links, from Twitter to Periscope to Instagram Periscope, you can actually watch me lift. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.